today is scrap day for us. So we think this is the biggest one we've ever had. So this is full, and we did something different this time. That is the majority of this. There's another truck that's full, and we're gonna get all this stuff loaded up as a group here in just a minute. Talon will come out here and direct it. Yes, sir.
47.
47?
47.3.
47.3? That's your guess?
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Right.
So the guys are gonna get this all loaded up. We gotta load up this truck, and then we're gonna load up another truck, and then possibly another trailer, depending on where we're at. And I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna see what's the number. Good morning, young man. How you doing? How you doing? You still got that boa on your truck?
Of course, 131, baby.
Heck yeah. That boa got me in trouble. A lady that used to own that boa didn't like us playing with it. I told her it stunk. I've had this happen to me before, except for I got my fire extinguisher out and put it out. One of my tires was coming undone on a box fan, and it caught the floor on fire. I don't know, I don't see any white stuff all over the place, so that's what the fire extinguisher is for. So here we are, we're back at the scrapyard again. Adam and Talon, we got this, this is a really good load. We did some unique new things here. We got all the like materials in the same positions in the trucks. If you look at the side of the trucks, look at how squatted down both the trucks are. So both of our trucks are squatted down quite a bit, and that's because we got such a load on here. So we're thinking this might be our biggest load ever, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna do a timer on this. We're gonna see if we can do this in 1 hour. Talon's projecting we should be able to unload this truck the way that he's gotten these things loaded, and we should be able to do it within 1 hour. We're gonna run the clock right now. This particular setup, we have 2 vans, and the vans were both so heavily loaded. We find out later on in the video what the weight was. So what's really cool about working with Talon is a strong analytical. He thinks a lot in numbers. So he's always quantifying things and estimating things and trying to figure out how much we have. And then he uses that to negotiate with the scrapyard.
Wow. And that's why you wanted a price difference. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, you go back to what you're doing. Right?
So that's Adam. Adam's been with Suncoast for over 10 years. He is the operations manager there. The owner stops by a little bit later on, talks to us, and we were talking to them about tariffs and how the tariffs has affected the scrap metal business. All right, so this is really looking good. Look at how much copper is on this truck. If this truck is almost all copper and is squatted down like that, that's a huge, huge amount. Hey guys, he can grab them if you want. So both these trucks were loaded down enough that we didn't bring a trailer with one of them. We had Talon bring his truck with the trailer, which is over here. So how do you think the tariffs have affected you guys at all?
Of course, like anybody else, but they're actually benefiting us more now, which is why you see such a high rate of copper right now, because everyone in the overseas basically said, oh, well, the tariffs are going to screw us over, so we can't really compete with domestic markets. And then everything started even out. Of course, the U.S. got flooded with inventory, so supply and demand went down, so the market wanted to start going down. Well, now all the tariffs are balanced for the most part, and now the export market's starting to climb, which is forcing the domestic market to climb with it, or they're going to fall back without any inventory once they're done. You know, that's the last thing a mill wants, is to not be able to run the material because they don't have inventory to actually smelt. So it's keeping the market really good right now. So we didn't see much of an effect to start with, but it's definitely.
He says this one had to be taken.
I think he would have got boxes if he had a bunch of compressors.
Okay. That's interesting, Adam. So the tariffs have affected the market. What do you think, Talon? What's your guess?
My guess is 29,000, but I hope my measurements are off or my weights are off, and it's 34 grand. Okay. Mainly because he's going to give us an extra 5 cents on the copper.
Is he going to do that?
So it sounds like what you're trying to say
Adam's
is you're
gonna...
not confident with your first guess. You got to put a range in there.
No, I think I'm a little low on my numbers.
Oh,
Yeah. So my guess off of Talen's confidence earlier is 35,000. So we'll see. That's a lot of copper right there.
It is a lot of copper.
Yeah. So the unloading process seems like it's much more efficient right at the moment.
Do you have another truck coming, or what's in yours?
All copper aluminum rats.
Okay.
So hey, Austin, you wanna make a guess? What do you think this is going to be? You got any idea?
So I just asked Taylor.
What do you think?
No idea. Couple grand?
Couple grand? Couple grand?
Maybe two.
What's your guess?
He's right.
Hey!
So what's your guess?
Which truck has the compressor?
20 and 30K.
What, 20 or 30K? Give me a number.
20.
Give me a number. 20K? All right, here comes some boxes. Here comes some boxes and some pallets. So we going to the scale now? All right, come on, let's go. So you can definitely see there's a big difference in unloading. Those vans look half unloaded already because we're using all the same material in the same area in the van. Jose, they got you some safety shirts now, huh? And they got you putting on seat belts.
I've been had these.
Yeah?
On my shirt.
Oh, I just didn't see them before.
Oh yeah, these. Yeah, they're making a phone look good now.
All right, so we're at 26,089. So this is about 1,400 pounds of copper. So number one, right? Number one. So number one copper. That's the weight on that one. So we have a wager about whether we can unload in an hour and be out of here. So we might be able to do it this time.
Definitely think so. It was definitely
More organized.
It was definitely packed more strategic this time.
Yes. Hey, you guys can just have that one.
Sure.
Well, yeah. If you know what it's going to weigh, we don't need them. We got so many of them. So what's this going to be? Is it Romex?
Call this Romex.
No, number one Romex?
Not MCM, no.
All right, so Romex. About 400 pounds. Well, no, more like 200 pounds. 250 pounds. All right, here we go. So this is aluminum. All right, so what are you bringing this in as? Just, what is this considered to you? IEW, which means what?
Insulated aluminum wire.
It's insulated aluminum wire, right? Okay. Hey, this guy looks real serious. Is this your bodyguard? All right, cool. Sometimes you need a bodyguard. He's going to measure this, 38 pounds. So you guys are just going to keep that. So that's kind of recycling the recycling cans. So those things would just end up going to the dump with these houses we tear down. At least here they'll get a second life. They'll use them until they blow up, and then it saves them some actual resources. So over here what they've done is they brought some boxes out, and that's the way they take in compressors. So it makes it a lot easier for us and for them both to do this. So they'll put them in here and
Kind of get like one in each corner. They kind of give it space, and then once you get like 5 or 6 in there, then you can just toss.
okay.
Otherwise, the whole box just starts moving.
I understand. All right, you see what he's saying? Just put them in the corners, keep the box in place.
Yep.
Come on, Bernard.
Yes, sir. I'm too short.
Bernard, why don't you let these younger guys do this?
All right, start pulling up.
I don't even know what he's doing.
It's not helping us, that's all I know.
Nobody saw that.
So do you bring that in as anything other than just regular shreds?
Yeah, I try to throw you a bone on them, get a little bit better. But fan motor,
I know I'm not going to trash these.
I'll help you out a little bit on it, but I can't do much.
So these are fan motors that go on ceiling fans mainly. So normally you just throw these in with the threads, but he's going to give us a little bit more money for them because they do have a lot of copper in them. You all right?
Yeah.
Just gross.
Yeah.
Leaking on them.
Watch out. We're just Boora! Water. So these scrap metal runs are becoming more interesting. We're getting a little bit better at it. We're getting a little bit more organized about it. Most of the stuff coming out of this one, it came from that 50,000 square foot complex we tore down, which is basically 40 units. So it had 40 HVAC systems, had 40 different sets of copper and wire and all that kind of stuff. So that's basically what this is boiled down to. What's that? How much time?
Let's check the time. Time check. You're 20 minutes in.
All right, so what are you going to take this in as, you know?
It'll probably be mixed, but I'm gonna ask him just to make sure.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know.
So we're going to end up having three sets of these. We're going to have 3 more, but they're still in the truck, so. All right, so these are going to be fan motors. Going to take it in a little bit, just a little bit higher than just regular old shreds. 24 pounds. So about 600 pounds of 643 pounds of fan motors, more or less.
Well, Dave is over there filming, so we're just standing around doing absolutely nothing.
All right, back to the truck. See what we got going on over here. Getting all these compressors out. These compressors are heavy and they're nasty. Nasty, dirty. Heads up. Hey.
Roll that over there. This has got a few motors on top, one side of that.
Is that just partially fan motors?
Once he brings the bin back over, we'll just throw these fan motors in there.
Okay.
Small motors.
All right, got it.
How you been?
What's up, you? How's it going?
I'm doing
You look
good.
all clean.
A doctor's appointment.
Yeah, cool.
Now I'm gonna go see my dad for lunch real quick.
I just saw my dad this morning. I had a couple few minutes getting up here.
Which is good.
So the tariffs hurting you guys or helping you guys? Is it,
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It's
Is
getting a little.
Is it messing
hairy.
things up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Inventories are full. Spreads are happening.
Yeah.
Now. Wonder if these overseas shipments are going to be compromised. Sitting out at sea a lot longer.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's happening with the overseas.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a war going on? Who knows?
And all that stuff messes everything up.
It
So you
does.
guys sell all over the world then,
All
huh?
over the world, yeah. Throughout the United States and overseas. Yep.
Well,
Like
it's-
those sealed units can go overseas.
Yeah. And somebody will actually
Electric motors.
So some low-end labor will take it apart?
Yep.
Is that
get
what
the
happens?
copper out of it.
Because it doesn't make sense here, right, at our
doesn't.
rates.
Nope.
Yeah. I was wondering about that.
Oh yeah. All the low yield items
Yeah.
is pretty much overseas, except for steel, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Steel, they just churn it up, mulch it up, and melt it up, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, it was good to see you. Take care. So that's the owner of Suncoast right there. We just was talking to. He wants them in a box. Just scoot. Let's scoot the box over close.
I guarantee we're gonna be moving twice.
Hey, do you want the motors in a box? He wants to put them in this box.
Guess what we'd have been doing? We'd have been moving twice.
Yeah.
You got a tar weight already?
Come on.
You got a tar weight already? Yeah, I do.
There's the owner right there. He owns the, I think he had a dental appointment or something, he said. So he owns this, and he bought one building, and then he bought a second building and a third building, and so on and so forth. And he owns a good portion of this whole city block here and has quite the operation. He's got some good people, been with him for a long time. Easygoing guy, very positive. I like him. He's an easy guy to like. And I remember when we approached him about doing videos, his girl in the cage said no way, no how, and she wouldn't pass on her number to him. So I looked him up and sent him a long email, and he called me right back and said, hell yeah, we'd love to do that. So this is going pretty quick. I mean, compared to like last time we were here. The trucks are well over halfway empty, and we're probably not even 30 minutes into this. These are called sealed units, right? And what do you call them? Your term?
Sealed units.
Sealed units, you call them sealed units? Okay.
3,100 pounds.
Minus 92.
Yeah.
92 for the, all right. Let's head on back.
That's a lot of weight.
That is, it's a lot of weight. Those things are wicked heavy. Wicked, wicked, wicked heavy.
Oh no!
So
Why not?
got some Bear Bright back in the back, I can see back there. So these electrical motors, mainly, most of them are coming off of the outside condensing units for air conditioners. The majority of them coming from these job sites that, and also the air handlers inside the buildings. They run the fans. So that's where all that's coming from. The majority of that coming from the 50,000 square foot building we tore down in Naples on Radio Road across from the airport. Is that it for the motors?
Yeah, there should be a 2 when he's written on there somewhere how to pull to begin with.
Okay, he
100 pounds.
100 pounds less than what it is now?
yeah, Jose has it. You see that? It's the gold.
I saw liquid on the ground. In the
So bright and shiny, or Bear Bright, bright and shiny, pretty much.
Hey, I got 1 can of brass.
Okay.
You want to just take this as is? Or do you want to dump it in the hopper?
No, we'll take it as is.
Got it? All right,
Scoot it over that way. Scoot the blue can over too.
Are you doing Bear Bright? Yeah. Okay, you get a small one. You get a small hopper in the alleyway.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we use these for rotation. The small ones that it starts getting.
Hey, can one of you guys grab this?
I'm reaching. It could have been 710 if you were a nice guy.
Hey, we're getting 425 right now.
Get off the irony cast. There's the lights with the LEDs.
I got 1 more of those.
That's fine.
You want it?
Well, you're wheeling out. We're taking that over there. I'm good. It is what it is. Wheel them all.
You know what? There's water in that thing. There's water in that. We probably want to lay it down. Watch this. Yeah, don't get. There is water. I don't. You got to lift up the other end though. And we like the water. It would help, but it's not exactly good. So go ahead and lift it up. All right, there you go. All right, that'll be helpful. Hey, they got water on your floor. Ready? All right, here comes some heaviness. All right. Once he does that, just haul it over to there real quick. Okay. Then they'll go dump it. They got to dump it at the very end. All right, watch yourself. Watch yourself. All right, so more sealed units. So that weighs about 92 pounds. Those sealed units are heavy. I didn't put my hat on either, damn it. What's that?
Over there and weigh it, or
Sure, if you want.
any more of those?
Hey, Taylor, we got any more of this?
Maybe in that truck.
I don't think so. Let me check.
That's Bear Bright. That is, they call it Bright and Shiny or Bear Bright, which is the highest form of scrap metal, at least that we bring in. I don't pretend to know everything about scrap metal. I probably know a lot more than most people, but I don't know as much. So that white can right there, when they started going through that at the other end of the building, a lot of times these cans, we got to be careful. They're really heavy because they got water in the bottom of them because we leave them sitting outside. Most of them we put, if you notice these ones, I put ropes at the bottoms and then I put punched holes in the bottoms to keep them from being so heavy. Don't want to store that stuff inside because the inside storage is for my cabinets and stuff like that. So we sell all these high-end fridges, monograms. We get about 1,200 refrigerator sales a year. We get another 300 or 400 refrigerators that are shot that most of the time we just throw them away. So anyway, what we did on this particular load, you know, we're always working to get a little bit better. Now we're driving further than we really want to do the scrap metal, to get better pricing and to get better service and to not feel like we're getting screwed over. So, I mean, obviously they're in business to make money, we're in business to make money. We want the best deal we possibly can get and we don't want to get cheated. So we've had experiences, you've seen them on the videos, early videos, where the scrap metal yards, you know, blatantly and openly are doing things that, you know, at least you seen and said. I mean, in the comments, you guys were souffleing these guys.
Watch out, let him grab it.
Everybody has different scrap metal experiences. I'm not going to say that we're experts in any way, shape, manner, or form. We know it as it applies to us, to the ability that me and my simple mind can handle it. So here we are. We've got, again, 2 box trucks. Both the box trucks were loaded down so heavy that we didn't put a trailer on them. So Talon brought his truck and he hauled up a dump trailer full of radiators. And a lot of this scrap is coming from a 50,000 square foot office complex we tore down in Naples. There was a lot of wire and there was a lot of copper in the building. It was built in 1974 and we got a lot of copper out of underneath. So Talon there, he's been with me since he was 12 years old. So we've been at this a long time. We started Remove It Pros, the new rebranded name of Remove It Pros, in 2010. We were actually Affordable Demolition before that. Then that started at about 2009 or 2009. That guy right there, Austin, with the dark purple shirt on, he's been with us for probably 6 or 7 years. He's a neat guy. He's got a daughter, and she lives in Argentina. So our season is really busy. This is really about probably 6 weeks worth of scrap metal for us in the busy part of the season. The number of buildings that we're tearing down post-hurricane, Ian, Debbie, Adalia, Helene, and Milton, which we got impacted by each and every one of those all within about 24 months. It really sucks. So we're hoping to have a really lean hurricane season this year. We're praying for it. It's definitely affecting the property values and everything on Fort Myers Beach and on Sanibel, which is where I run around the most. So in the beginning, the tariffs were kind of hurting us, and then now, because there's only so much scrap metal available, it's turning around to be a blessing, because now it's getting the prices where we want them to be. So no matter what, if you're a smelting operation or you're melting down metal and recycling it, what happens is you run out of supply, and if you're not using the U.S. recycling guys. So that's what I understood from what he told me.
All right, here we go, bright and shiny. This would be the gold of what we're doing today. This would be what's going to pay the most. Bright and shiny is one step above the number one. All right, they just gave it the magnet test. What? We're having a little trouble with one of the cameras. It overheated. I mean, it's really hot here, so we just switched out cameras, and we're back to Hudson.
It's so hot the camera died.
Okay, the camera got a little upset about this particular situation, huh? This particular situation. There we go. All right. Follow him. Ready?
Yep.
Whoa. I did it on purpose.
Andrew's gonna be all that hole.
No, I just wasn't thinking. All right, cool. So take all the cans back, and I gotta weigh the cans.
Copper has been up over $4 a pound. Believe we were talking $4.20 a pound on the copper. So again, I'm paying people to do all this scrapping stuff, and this isn't a primary part of our business. This is one of multiple profit centers that we have. So we do selective demolition, which is like taking apart kitchens and baths and walls and stuff like that. And a lot of those are in the high-end condos on the beaches that have lots of rules. And then there are, we do building demolitions, and then we do tile removal, which is flooring removal. Then we do concrete cutting, and we have our resale shop, and then we have our Airbnb inventory. So we do all of these things, and then scrap metal. These are all profit centers for us. They all work together in unison to each other. And because of the different cycles of the seasons, it works out really, really well. So what a nice business model that this has developed into. And fortunately for me, Talon and Logan, when they were younger, Talon is kind of sort of my son. He's got a great family, so he comes from a good stock. He's actually got a twin, believe it or not. His name is Spencer, and Spencer's in the audiovisual business. Talon came and worked with us, and over the years has learned and grown and grown and grown and grown. So is Logan. But Logan basically runs the day-to-day operations financially, collecting the money, getting the contracts put in place, keeping the insurance up, dealing with our over 100 employees, and Talon basically supervises. He's got a group of guys that work closely with him that do that bid stuff out and also help him babysit the crews. We have a guy that just runs around and all he does is check on the crews and make sure that there's no knucklehead stuff going on, and then help them think things through, because there's always things that the crew leaders have questions on. No matter how many demos you do, there's always unique things going on all the time. It's 28381 Racetrack Road, Bonita Springs, Florida. It's open 7 to 5, 7 days a week. And basically what we do there is we have an online store where we sell stuff online and you come there to pick it up. So anytime you want to see what we got on our inventory, you could go to www.reusitpros.com, and there's a link on there, and it has our Craigslist link on there, and it'll show all the different things that we have on Craigslist. We use Craigslist because it allows us to do that. We also put everything else on. We put everything on Craigslist and on Facebook Marketplace both.
About 45 minutes.
Oh, easy now, easy now. More bright and shiny, 2,100, almost 2,200 pounds. So 900, so about 1,100 pounds, about 1,200 pounds. So, all right, so this is brass, dirty brass maybe. That was a 4-person can right there. All right, how you doing, bud? Good. You holding up? You're as red as me right now. Hey, look, we're the same color.
It's the Irish in me, man. Yeah.
Quit chewing on the metal. It makes you cough. All right. We're almost done already. We just got to bring the trailer over and dump out all the stuff that's up in the trailer. All right, hey guys, you got this can and one other can over there. Actually, you got 3 more cans.
Inside?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and take it. We'll throw them in the back of that. Is he bringing his truck over?
Yes, I think the guy who's driving him to go that way. I don't know.
Okay. We just need to throw it in there. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Here you go.
Just moving this out of the way.
All right. You gonna bring your truck over? Hey, there goes Hudson. He's about ready to pee his pants. Look at that. Hurry, Hudson, hurry. All right, there's Talon heading over to get the other truck. He's bringing his truck over. That trailer's full of radiators, aluminum radiators with copper in them. Look at this joker coming through here.
It's so quick, it can destroy your entire face.
Almost. We got like one more thing coming over with, we got a whole trailer of radiators. That's good, man. We're cranking it along. You might pull your 1 hour unload off.
Hey, Mike. These are aluminum. They're going to go in one bin. Yeah, these are yellow, orange, copper. Go in a different bin, okay?
Trailer.
We're saving it for a rainy day.
How long y'all been saving that up for? Because that was a massive load y'all just brought in.
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks?
Yeah, a 50,000 square foot shopping center we took down. That's the majority of it.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
We've been doing HVAC for 40 years now. That's a big load right there.
Yeah, we do a lot. We run 18 crews. Sometimes we're running 22 crews.
Right.
We're running out of Fort Myers.
I got you.
Yeah, they give us better pricing up here. I'm getting tired of getting screwed down there, so
right.
we drive the extra 100 miles from here.
Right, I got you.
So how much money will you make today off your load?
Probably $4 grand.
$4 grand? That's awesome.
I'm gonna call for 4,500 around there.
That's killer.
Yeah, last load we took in was about 8,900.
Oh, that's awesome.
We had 4 trailers come up here.
So you come up here too because you not like.
Prices are better here.
Yeah. Yeah, we got into a pissing match with the trademark down there.
Yeah.
Honestly, we didn't. The people on the channel were watching what they were doing and calling them cheats and liars and stuff. I'm like, hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, if you're misleading stuff and you do it on video, it's not a good idea. But we like it here a lot. Them water crates come in pretty handy, huh?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Especially if they get a hair up their ass and they're like, hey, our hoppers are full, like we've had it before, they'll just come and pick the crates up and then take them.
And dump them?
And then they'll dump them and whatever, so it makes it easy. And the forklift at the shop, we load them up, they sit on the ground all summer long, we fill them up, and then we just load them up that way.
These guys are, you see how they work together so well. He noticed he didn't have gloves and went and got him some gloves. That's awesome. And our core guys have been with us for a long time. We got a really good core group of guys, and then we have this constant rotation of laborers. Awesome. You know, everybody's looking for the bigger, better deal.
Well, definitely transpire to get big like you got. I'm 23 years old. I started my company in 2020, and
that's awesome, man.
We've been doing pretty good. The Demolition took me off, and we've been really rocking hard with the Demolition, doing like mobile homes and house demos and stuff like that. So
it's a good business.
Yeah, absolutely. Low labor, high profit.
So is this Ty? Are you guys brothers? One of your guys? No.
Yeah,
Ty.
so we're kind of like brothers. We've known each other for a long time.
Yes,
awesome.
Sir.
Well, he's been working with me since he was like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and my son Logan, they basically run Remove It Pros.
Right. That's awesome.
It's not enough room for three bosses, so I do the YouTube stuff.
Right. I got you.
Go figure. The kids would normally do the YouTube stuff.
Right. But now you're handling it, huh?
It works.
Editor,
it's fun.
What's your name?
It's fun. That's Hudson.
Hudson?
Hudson.
Yeah.
Willie, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. I
All
like
right.
your fit,
Thank you, bro.
especially the hat.
See Bernard there, he's 60 years old.
Yeah, was it cut off? The black gentleman? Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's a tough old dude.
Oh, I bet.
Well, they didn't think it was going to be busy here today, so we came today instead of tomorrow. It looks pretty busy to me.
Yeah, they're real busy today.
Uh-oh. We're going to do this.
One way to do it.
As long as that thing don't slide off and kill somebody. He was pretty confident about it.
Yeah. That one down?
Hey, stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. If that thing falls off there, you're a dead man. You're a dead man.
I made it this far, Dave.
Well, that's
Back for vacation. Time for vacation.
all right. Come over here. So one of the time-saving things that Adam showed us when we were up here a couple weeks ago, he said, "Look, man, don't cut the aluminum ends off the aluminum radiator." So this is a time saver, saves Sawzall blades and saves time. So I think we're good. So basically that saved us a bunch of time on this stuff. And then we've got these are all copper radiators, and we had that complete dump trailer full of them. So we met some guys over here that are pretty cool. They're from Arcadia. They kind of do a lot of the same kind of stuff that we do, and kind of young little entrepreneurs. It's good to see them. It was nice to talk to them. They've seen the channel, which is cool.
I guess we're done.
We are? Bernard?
Yes, sir.
So we came up here today because it was supposed to be less busy, because Fridays are really busy for this guy, and he said, hey, come today. But as you can see, it's been a really crazy busy day here today. Over here, it's funny, this load could be one of our loads. You see how they've got the same cans that we've got, so those cans really hold up. You can get them for not much money around here. You cut the tops off them, and they're really, really, really durable. All right, so we just got to get these cans picked up and weighed up, and we're good. So what we're doing right here is Talon hauled this trailer up here, and now that the vans are unemptied, vans are empty, he's going to put this on one of those, and he's going to go off and bid some more jobs out. So it's just making a better use of his time. He hauls this up here because both of those vans were pretty heavy, and we didn't want to break the vans. Busy day. Yeah.
He wanted to come tomorrow.
Yeah, it would have been busy.
Would have been a lot worse. Fridays and Mondays are crazy.
Yeah.
Saturday's the worst possible day for you guys to come on.
Really?
Well, you got a lot of the guys who are contractors or work with contractors and get stuff on the side from their bosses that they can't do a lot with during hours.
Yeah, so they bring it.
So we get bombarded on Saturday.
That's good. I've heard nothing. I've talked to a lot of people about you, even down where we're at, and they all know you guys and like you guys. So that's cool. Those guys are from Arcadia, so yeah.
They come over like 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Good group of guys though, for sure.
Yeah. I like him sporting that cowboy hat. It looks pretty cool. He can pull that off.
Not many people around here can.
Yeah. He
definitely runs it well though.
He's got the look. That'll be a little bit of a juggling act, huh? You're good. So 29.8, so it's 1,800 pounds of aluminum and copper radiators.
Got it!
That is the mother load. We'll see. That was about 3 inches.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, though.
Contractor, so if he wants to hit something, that's on him and his insurance.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but
yeah.
patience is a virtue. Can't wait, can't wait.
All right, cool.
Hey, let's pull forward just a little bit.
All right, you're good.
All right, you're good.
Cool. So, hey, what a mother load here. We're going to find out here. Adam's going to have to go in, make some adjustments on the prices for us. It'll take him maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll see what the total is. So, is this going to be our biggest one ever? I'm not sure. So, 1 hour, maybe 10 minutes. Not bad. Half the time of the last time.
Way better. Way
So 1 hour, 10 minutes. That's very good. Very good.
Still think it's an hour if we won't wait no hoppers.
Did they weigh your last one up there?
Yeah, I
they
think
did.
so.
Everything's weighed. Everything's weighed. Definitely makes a big difference being as organized as you were this time.
Like I said, sometimes I make a decision. A little extra headache on the front end, saved for a lot of headache on the back end.
Yeah. It's a shame those rims right there would sell on eBay like crazy.
They put the prices on these for you real quick and good to go. The last 2 things, the copper aluminum rads, right?
Do what?
The last 2 right up there,
Yeah,
hopper,
yeah.
aluminum rads.
I think those are like $3.
Well, when you get down to it, he's got a long way to go before he gets to his number.
See you guys. Thanks for the hustle. It's going to be a minute or two for him to get the numbers together and come back out. How are you?
Bless, how are you?
I'm well.
I figured I'd go take all my stuff from my scrap pile that I get from work and add to my son's piggy bank because he was really good today.
Oh.
He's 7 years old and autistic, so I wanted to keep him company.
Oh, wow.
So I'm doing all this to show him what hard work is to bring him home a little bit of money. The stuff that Daddy picks up on Saturday while I'm doing guardrail.
Yeah.
And that little e-bike made it here 30 miles an hour. I got here in 5 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish mine would do that fast. Mine does 28 though, I guess. That's not too far off. Maybe we should add to his son's piggy bank, even though we know that's not the truth, right? Probably. I don't want to doubt. I don't want to be a doubter or a hater. But
Extra $56, $156.
that's awesome.
And then you have the sticky that I gave you?
Yep.
All right, you actually give that to her. Okay.
All right, man.
Very
So
welcome. Thank you guys.
So not a bad load, but
Not a bad load.
not our biggest though.
No.
Pretty close.
You had a lot more aluminum coils this time than you did. Last time you had more of the copper aluminum. That plays a
Are they
factor.
Are they going more to the aluminum? Hey, nice to meet you. Take care.
What was your haul?
What?
How much is your haul?
We're doing it on film right here. Hang out for 1 second. So wait. So what's the number, Talon? My guess was 35. Your guess was?
I don't get into these videos.
Yeah, you know?
29,000.
Yeah, yes he does.
How much?
29,000.
So here's our number here.
Do you need to change your glasses?
No, I said that's what I guessed.
Oh.
All right, so it's $28,288.18. Yeah. So we're gonna go out and buy us a Kia this afternoon.
It better be a two-door.
But 2-door, they don't say 4 doors or more?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait till next
It's
time.
more expensive for. Actually, I don't know. The coupes might be more expensive these days. It's more of a unique kind of car. Check it all. Make sure.
He's one of a kind.
Did you get that bin?
I like you. That's ours.
I'm just asking. I believe you.
1294. First thing we wait.
Very first one.
Just checking. I thought I had about 2,000 of number one, so that's where my miscount comes off.
Another 800 pounds at that price. No, even so, still 800 pounds at that price would only be another $1,600.
And that put us at just under 29.
Oh
Puts
yeah.
me like right there.
Oh, no, on the lower end of your range.
It's money, Adam, and we need it.
We all need it. Definitely understand that. But when you guess what your number is going to be, and you guess within a $5,000 range, it's hard to be wrong.
Well, we were going off the squat factor.
Yes.
How much the vans were squatting. That's the squat
where the problem
factor.
comes in because of the compressors.
Yeah.
How much is your weight on compressors for the field units?
Do what?
1,000 pounds there, 3,100 pounds there. So we had 4,000 pounds. Your weight was just compressors.
Wow.
There's your squat factor right there. Imagine if you put 4,000 more pounds of coils in there instead.
Right.
Then you'd be up there with your number.
Still a little over $1,000. You don't want to just give it away.
True.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely don't want to give it away.
For sure.
Oh, did she get you?
Well, no. I think we have receipts.
All right, buddy. So, hey, it's a good haul. So almost $29,000. Well, $28,000. That's a lot. You could buy a nice car for that. So we didn't know. We went off the squat factor. The vans were squatting down quite a bit. We had a lot of
26, right?
Is it 26?
Yeah, not 28.
Is it 26? Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I can't. Well, I do. So
You said 26 when you read it.
I did. $26,266.18. I can't see very well. So thank you, Talon.
All right.
Mr. Accuracy. All right, thank you. So where are you off to?
I have like 4 bids to go do.
4 bids in Fort Myers or Naples or?
Inglewood and Fort Myers.
All right, cool. Inglewood and Fort Myers. All right. Well, thank you for getting this put together. Appreciate it. As always. You're my fourth most favorite person in the whole wide world. And I'm me, myself, and I. So that makes you fourth.
I see. All right. I believe you.
Okay. We still don't have a check though.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
All right, see ya. $26,266.18. Woohoo! It's a good day. It's a good day to have scrap metal going into the scrap yard. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. We just hit 50K. Thank you very much for that. Our junk removal book is out. It's in Amazon today. It's called Junk to Millions. And you can purchase it today. It's $19.99. Anybody that buys it and gives us a review, it only helps us with the sales. It gives it a chance to stay on Amazon long enough to get some traction. So, hey, if you like this video, you'll like this video just as well. Thank you, Suncoast. We appreciate you guys.